Did you feel that way? I mean, he said that he thought, looking at you and kind of the keys and everything you did, that you were kind of right on it that you had been in the game.
Yeah, I think I played pretty well. I mean, I think the defense played pretty well, at least for 3 quarters. I think that just kind of came down to how we practiced the week before. We kind of just had a different mindset, and that's just always on the attack. I think we did an excellent job of that. We just got to learn how to finish.
Describe the sack early on, which led to the first touchdown for you guys.
Coach DB dialed up a great play. I was out in coverage, walked out in coverage, and I just came off the edge late. Lineman didn't see me. Secondary did a great job in coverage and made the quarterback hold the ball a little bit longer and allowed me to get there.
And you got a finger on the pass that stopped them from the touchdown, right? Did you get a finger on or hand up on that one?
Yeah, might have saw the ball was coming out, and it felt like I barely touched it, not enough to affect the ball, but when you see it on film, you can kind of see I got more on it than I thought. So, I mean, it just worked out.
Mark said this week he thought the way you handled last week and the way you played Saturday helped bring the team together. Did you get a sense that guys were kind of following you or kind of been inspired at all by kind of what you've gone through and then how hard you came out and played?
Not necessarily. Me personally, I just feel like it was time to move on. It was a new week. It's a new game. Can't really focus on what happened the previous week. I know a lot of people have their opinions about it, but I mean, that's not my issue. I'm focused on my team and my teammates and just trying to go out and get a victory.
You any more motivated for that game?
More motivated, more so because we lost, and defense we didn't always play smart. So I think it was kind of our chance to kind of like prove ourselves a little bit more that we can play hard against anybody, and I think we did a good job of that.
It seemed like a long time till the next game. I mean, it's 10 days, and after the Arizona game, did it feel almost like we were kind of waiting for that game to get there, so you guys had the longer wait coming off a loss and the way it ended?
Not to me. I kind of felt like it was good. We got those couple of days off to kind of just see what our issues were and know what we have to focus on the next week. So I thought it was good. It didn't seem like it was too long to me.
Dom was talking about you guys sustaining through 4 quarters. Obviously, things were great for the first 3. What do you think it was in that 4th quarter where you didn't sustain?
I think it was our mindset. I feel like we kind of defensively we kind of let our foot off the gas, and that's purely on the players. Coaches, I mean, they kept telling us on the sideline we got to keep going on and fight, but we weren't doing that, and that's why the score ended up like it was. We just got to learn to continue to fight all the way through because it doesn't matter what the score is. If you want to be an elite defense, that's what you have to do.
You have been stressing that in practice?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got to practice the whole way. You can't ever let up, and I kind of think we're on the right path.
That 4th quarter aside, the defense I think had been doubted before last week, and 42-10, against after 3 quarters against one of the best offenses in the Pac-12, maybe in the country. Derek said that he felt that you guys proved something to yourselves with that performance. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. Kind of just showed everybody that when we practice what we do, we're going to go out and dominate like that. And it kind of inspires us to do that more. It kind of reassures that we have to come out and practice hard every week. We can't just take anything light. So I think guys kind of understand that now, and because of that, we've been practicing a lot harder.
You guys are wearing the throwbacks.
Yeah.
Just to ask Derek and Eric this, how old were you when Kenny Wheaton had that pick?
I have no idea. What year was it?
94.
Ooh, I was 2.
2 years old.
Yeah.
So you obviously don't remember it. How much has that play been shown? How much do you see that play, the pick, and how much is the significance of that play kind of impressed upon you guys as players?
I mean, they show the pick like every home game, so I understand it's big for Oregon football, but for us as a team, I really don't feel like it does much for us. I understand like at that point in time it was big for Oregon football, and it's an honor to be able to go wear our throwbacks and kind of just show our respect for that team because I know they kind of changed the program a bit, so it's going to be exciting weekend.
You like those jerseys?
Oh, yeah, I definitely do.
What do you think of Washington this year, not 1994, but this year's team? New quarterback, new coach. What do they do offensively?
I think they have a good scheme. They have a lot of great skilled players. O-line does a great job blocking. There's some big guys, so I think on the D-line we got to control our gaps. We got to strike. We got to fight hard. And out on the perimeter, the secondary, we got to kind of control the edge. I know we're going to have a lot of perimeter plays because they got some guys out there that can make people miss. So it's got to be disciplined and play hard. What
do you think of Siler Miles, the quarterback? Seems maybe a little similar to Keith Price that they had the past few years. How would you compare him to Keith Price?
I think he's a little better runner. I think Keith Price did a kind of better job throwing the ball, but they're different guys. So, I mean, of course, they're going to have different things they're great at. But either way, I think they both run the offense pretty well. And like I said, that offensive coaching staff, they do a great job on offense with their scheme. So we just got to be disciplined.
What do you think is the most potent part of that UW offense?
I think the weapons they have. I mean, they can do so much. They can run the ball. They can throw it in the perimeter, like I was saying. So Guys got to do their jobs 100%. Can't worry about what's going on the other side of the field or play action or anything like that. Just kind of focus on their task and do it 100%.
You veterans that have been around this program for a long time know that it's one game at a time, and I know the coaches are preaching it to the young guys now. As a leader, do you have to remind the youngsters not to get caught up in the this is a rivalry game part?
I don't really think our coaches kind of talk about that too much, and so I don't think guys even are like stressing out about how it's a rivalry game. It's just another game on our schedule, and whoever we play against are going to give 100%, and especially this Husky team is based off the film. So I don't think we have to remind young guys. I think they kind of understand that it doesn't matter if it's a rivalry game or not, we got to come out and play 100%.
Where do you think this defense has made the most progress so far this season?
I think coming out and fighting, honestly. A lot of people feel like they can come out and run the ball on us because previous history, but I think our defense has been really well at being tough and kind of being stout in the run. And when they are passing it, guys are doing great in coverage and getting after the quarterback. I think we're at a better start this year than we were last year in terms of TFLs and sacks and stuff like that. So it just comes down to guys playing harder.
You're a guy that has the body type that you could have bulked yourself up, become a defensive end, hand down on the line of scrimmage guy, or what you got with the speed that can be outside linebacker. Are you glad what you've decided to do with yourself here on this team position-wise?
Well, technically, I didn't decide to do it. It was a coach's coach's decision. So where they put me, I knew I was going to give my all. I love playing for this defense. I think DP and the rest of the coaching staff put us in great positions to excel. So wherever they want me, that's what I'm going to do.